Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
So I got the cat toys here. And me, Banshee. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Indeed, welcome.
I'm a little behind. What else is new? I've been thinking up some things here in the old brain, what I want to do, some announcements I want to make today and stuff. And here comes, right on cue, Mr. Sunny. Hello! Hey, you must have heard us starting the show. Blocking my screen already. Hey, you know what? I need to see the chat sometimes. It's important. Oh my God, I don't know what to do with him. All right.
Well, I hate to say it, everybody, but we're a little bit, annoyed with Sunny lately.
A little bit.
A little bit. I said that.
Hey, Aaliyah's here.
Hi, Aaliyah.
Hi, Aaliyah. Good to see you back. Good to see Buddy, Asal, Marcia.
Maybe one of us is more annoyed than the other.
Libra, Angel Mary, Violet Ann.
Not so much that, just in the way.
Kate.
It
Jano, Sonali.
It's a beautiful day, and you're all here with us. That's so sweet.
Hello, Nikki.
Thank you.
Gonna be a busy day. We're gonna get right on it. Kara's here. That's why Sunny's here. We already know that. Mama T. Hello, Mama T.
Well, thank you, everybody.
Mr. Maurice. Good to see you. And I think I've got everyone. All right. Hey, so, it's been a rough week. I used some dark decks on the Thursday show. I've switched one of them out today for a kind of, maybe semi-quasi-apocalyptic deck. But at any rate, we'll get back to some fun, lighter summer decks. It's just been some hard lessons in the last couple weeks with the shootings and stuff. I do have to, I don't even know, should I say it here? Should I say what happened on Facebook?
Go ahead.
Well, I have to tell you something funny. One of our cards of the day on Facebook got not flagged but labeled because we had said climate change. And apparently Facebook is monitoring things about climate change to make sure there's no misinformation out there.
Oh, wait a minute. We said something about climate change. We only said the phrase climate change. That was all.
Well, it was part of something that said it's one of the major or whatever, horrible things we have to face right now. Those aren't my exact words. Climate change, mass shootings, other things. And, it's really funny. I had mass shootings in there and that didn't get flagged or tagged. So it's really weird. It was just part of our tarot card reading for the day, the Emperor on Saturday.
The actual result of what this does is it obscures from us the data of how many people are seeing that. We don't get to see who saw it.
It covers it up and we can't get rid of it. And it's there and it just tells you, you want some climate science information? Click here to see how the temperatures have changed over the years in your area. Okay, whatever.
Well,
so
we're maintaining the Facebook platform as well as the other one, so it's just something we'll figure out how to deal with. I haven't even mentioned what's going on with some other things too. So let's get to our readings, though.
We will. So want to do the collective reading before you rattle off your cards, Mr. O.
I brought...
No, before you rattle off your cards.
Well then, I guess I have to show that.
Yes, you do. We're reading for the collective from the Wisdom of the Oracle today. Grab that.
Oh, that's pretty serious, Violet Ann. Wow.
Ooh. Wow. Unbelievable. Well, I don't know what to say.
Yes,
We're a little touchy sensitive, but maybe not in the right ways. You know, we should be touchy sensitive about what's happening and how to fix it. That's really where it should be placed. But anyway, how to fix the problems we are talking about. All right, Mr. O, well, this can be read upright or reverse. So I'm going to let you pick one.
Okay.
Wisdom of the Oracles by Colette Baron Reed, if I didn't mention that. Why? Wow, how appropriate.
Why?
What number is that? I got to see what she has to say about that. I asked
31.
I think all of us ask this question a lot lately. You know, maybe it's time we try to seek out answers and make people give us the answers.
Well, maybe why was because of what we were talking about with our Facebook.
So the Oracle's message, there is great power in understanding motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking the question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most importantly, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force within the seed, which brings it to life and holds potential for growth. This is very true. We should question our own motives and be honest.
Did we just get a donation?
Did we? Oh, yeah, we must have. Thank you. I didn't quite catch it. Was it Mr. Maurice?
I'm not sure, but...
whoever it was, thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So basically, this is it. We should wonder more about our own motives and question them before we go out and start saying things. And, you know, that would go a long way, especially with our leaders in that right now, too. Doing a little bit of self-check never hurts. And that's what we have for the collective today.
You know,
thank you, Mr. M.
Thank you, Mr. Maurice. Appreciate that.
All right. So that's what we have. Interesting card. Many people are asking why. And you know what? Maybe we should. All right. So let's roll on with our readings. 14 hit. I'll have to see if I catch that in the media. If 14 were hit, it's really got to make it in the national news. Holy moly. All right. So go ahead with your cards, Mr.
Well,
I know you were chomping at the bit.
Cardapalooza. I brought probably 9 decks at least, and some of them I may use, some of them I may not.
If you're going to go through them, it must be...
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I brought a couple of decks that I use on Goth Tarot, the Murder of Crows and the Crow's Magic Tarot, so I may use them just to give a sample of the cards so I can entice you to visit Goth Tarot. But I also brought my usual slew of multicultural Egyptian, Norse, Karma, Music Tarot, etc. related. The mermaids, because it was mentioned recently that I hadn't used the mermaids already. So I have plenty.
And deep shake.
Holy moon moo.
Okay, I think I've got the list. I'm looking.
Hi, Deep Shaker. Hi, everyone that's come in.
See, it's Lena up first. I missed that in the beginning. I only saw Buddy B. I don't know how that happened, but that's why it's good to double check these things.
All right.
And Lena posted, so let's
General
see what we
for
have.
their mother on their health.
I will go through my lists, my cards as I use them, I think, but I will say right now that we are using the Mirror Truth Lenormand. There is the whip in that deck, which is called the rods. I'm sorry.
Hi, Juliet.
Juliet, good to see you. Nice to see you here.
So I have Lena's question. It's about her mom's health. And I'm going to use the Karma Music Tarot.
I'm going to make an announcement about the Light Seers Tarot after this reading. just something I'm doing on my blog that people might be interested in.
That's good, Violet. Ready?
All right. I'm somewhere lost on my list here. Okay.
Yeah, we have a big crowd today. I guess we have to stay focused.
And we're going to. We will.
And we will.
There'll be some announcements scattered about.
We love you all. We appreciate it. I don't know if it's just because Mercury went direct, maybe.
Holy moly, that's right. Or is everybody worried about Saturn going retrograde?
It could be anything.
Hey, these are tough times right now. All right.
All right, Lena.
Cut them for Lena. And what was the question again?
Asking about her mom's health.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll check that out.
I seem to scroll past it, but let me see if I got the wording right here. It was there. General for my mom on her health.
Okay. Yeah, right. I saw it. All right.
Okay, so our first card is the Nine of Swords. I need to get closer, I think. And then we have the Five of Cups. And the Moon.
Anthony! Gotta add Anthony. Hello.
I brought the Mermaid's Tarot today, Anthony.
The Nine of Swords, and what was the other one?
The Moon.
The Moon.
The Five of Cups.
Got it. Well, you know, there's some things that still need to be revealed, Lena, I feel, about your mother's health. The moon is upright, which indicates to me that there is some things still hidden or maybe not diagnosed that needs to be looked into. I don't know if you can say that's true or not, but there's maybe some revelations yet to come. The Five of Cups looks as though, you know, I feel here that, you know, things haven't been looking very good right now. There's a feeling, well, let's combine that with the Nine of Swords because I really kind of see the connecting influence there. And I feel that the Nine of Swords indicates that she is, you know, anxious and worried. Or maybe perhaps you yourself are, you know, it's coming out here in the Nine of Swords. There's some worry and some fears that may be causing her to dwell too much on, you know, the feelings of bad health itself as opposed to trying to pull oneself out of it, you know, with positive thought and positive action. You know, when we're sick sometimes, we just want to just lay there. Sometimes we just don't even want to go to the doctor if we need to. One time when I was really ill, I had to be dragged there by my mother, you know, and I was old enough to go myself then. I lived on my own. But the thing is that, you know, sometimes we just don't focus on, you know, getting cured. We're focused on just how bad we feel. And I'm sensing that with that combination of cards there.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm only going to say this once. We have somebody here who is trolling us, and they'll be back, and we'll just keep blocking, etc. Ignore them. Just ignore them, because they're meaningless.
Well, I wanted to say, too, that I felt a lot of this could indeed be more about your concern, but it could also express the idea that your mother has these concerns, too, and maybe there is a way to try to lighten her load so that she's not that Nine of Swords person, so that she's not the one who's really anguished and concerned about her own health or about anything else going on in her life that maybe she should not be concerned with because she needs to focus on her health. And so in that sense, maybe the Five of Cups provides the idea that someone else will come in and maybe bring some of that sort of empathy and stuff. I know we actually have tried to ban them and stuff.
No, I like what Violet Ann's saying here, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. Oh, it doesn't stop the bots. Okay. Well, but we should look into that, how to do that.
subscribers only chat. Okay, I guess it's something we have to do in the studio somewhere. I probably can't get around to it right at the moment. I'll have to see what I can do. But then finally, Lena, with the moon, I think it is saying that this is a situation that more can still be found out about. But there is some mystery. There is some things that maybe are talking about which way it all goes, And so there's nothing that indicates, immediate, bad things. But it just says there is a lot of fluidity because that's the moon.
Let's throw the Lenormand, Lena. We have to shuffle here. I'll shuffle
I'm not
first.
sure I exactly see the recovery. I just see a very fluid state right at the moment.
Right. So
That's
we'll
what
just see if the Lenormand gives any clue on that. No guarantees, but we'll see.
Thank you, Kate. And yes, if people want to
Mr.
say a
O,
prayer.
it's in the stream setting, so you will have to do that later.
Okay. I'll take a peek. Maybe.
Thanks for that, Violet Ann.
Thank you, Violet Ann.
So see, they're in the process maybe of trying to ferret out what needs to be done here. Let's take a look.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do this right now, so we might run an experiment later. Oh, boy.
I don't think the cards really want to indicate this right now, Lena. And I'm not trying to be dodgy. It's just the way the cards are falling. You have the Tower here, which certainly describes your mother as being in the hospital or being in some facility, because the Tower is here. And then, could you grab it, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was moving another card.
And then we have the Crossroads, which indicates things are kind of at the crossroads right now, which means, it could go either way. I don't want to discourage you. It just means that right now decisions need to be made, and they have to decide what she really needs to improve and be better.
Well, I have a slightly different vibe here, which is possibly saying that, being in the institutional setting, the hospital, the crossroads could indicate that maybe she is moving towards a point where they're going to release her into a convalescent center or something else, a place where her rehabilitation can happen. So I am wondering if she's going to possibly move out of the immediate hospital and into a lower care setting because she's improving. That's I think a possibility.
Well, I think he can say that. For me, the Crossroads reminds me of the Two of Swords. So I think that things are kind of
Still
like they're
guarded.
trying to ferret out or determine things. But, that being said, I can certainly see what he's saying, that maybe that means a release is imminent.
All right.
The best we can do for you right now, but do check back with us if
Yeah,
you feel
ask
the
us
need.
again.
And remember, when we do these types of readings, we are not medical practitioners.
No.
We are not, we always recommend to go with whatever the doctors say. So be sure.
Legally, we can only really say this is entertainment only.
And I think as you're her daughter, you're entitled maybe to get some answers from the doctors as well, or the nurses or care team that's taking care of her. So, do ask them as well. Good luck with that.
Best wishes, Lena. Good luck. All right, Buddy Blue is up.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
We're just going to keep the ball rolling.
We don't need any of your decks. I have so many here. We should just use mine.
When you get that holder that you talk about, we are going to share it, right? You're not going to get all 9 or 18 slots
Like
in there,
from
right?
a proportionate kind of fairness view.
Yeah.
Because you have 7 or 8 times as many decks as me.
But I wouldn't bring all of them down.
Well, maybe. Okay, we'll have
Which
to talk
means maybe
about all
I
those
should
decks.
get more space. You're right. You're right about that.
Okay, thank you, buddy. That's a good question. How do you want to do that? Why don't we try it as a yes or no first?
What is the question? Will my forgiveness... Oh, I see it.
I like this.
I'm going to do it here. It's funny I put these in here. I did not mean to. I brought a deck. Mr. O keeps making me shuffle the ginormous Karma Tarot. And I thought this one was good for the times we're in right now. It's called the Next World Tarot by Christy C. Rode, I believe.
Oh no. Crap.
Excuse me, Mr. O.
Those are big.
And we are going to use these. So we're doing a yes/no on this?
Yeah, but then we could refer back to 3 if we
Right.
think we need more information. It is pretty straightforward, so
Yeah.
maybe, this will work.
Time being what it is today. Let's see what we get for Buddy. One more shuffle. They are a handful. It's good exercise for my hands. They're reaching around these cards and flexing. Look at it that way.
Even my so-called piano fingers, I think they just wanted to seduce me, are going to have a problem with this.
They're very big cards.
I cannot do it.
It's not just even the tallness, it's that wideness,
Captain,
the width.
the engines cannot stand the strain.
That's what gets you.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Are you daring us? You're gonna raise us Assyrian star seeds.
Don't worry, Violet. I got plenty more where a giant deck like this came from.
Nobody wins
Not plenty,
this.
but I have
There's
some
no
other
winners.
large-sized ones. The Hip Chick Tarot
That's
is
so
just
funny.
a little smaller in size to this one, but it's pretty big. I have that bigger version of the Rider-Waite. I also have a Lover's Tarot.
I will want to see that
That's
someday.
very tall.
Alrighty.
And that weird art
We're coming.
deck that I have, that artist's deck that we bought, what was it called? The Alchemical Tarot or something?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm not sure.
You're counting.
I am counting. I forgot to make my announcement. I'll do it after
Okay.
this reading. Okay. Probably yes, but
It's
with a
leaning that
caveat.
way.
It's leaning towards yes. We do have the Ace of Cups here, and hey, I have to say, Mr. O, no problem with this deck reading the print on the cards.
True
Made
that.
for old people like us.
And we also have the Ace of Wands.
Yes.
The Root of Fire, it says.
But in the middle of that, we had the Page of Swords reversed.
So,
I think it's saying maybe yes, you are asking for a forgiveness spell. So I'm not exactly sure who or what you are forgiving here, but I feel here that it may be okay. Yeah, I mean, it may have worked, but people don't always forget. They may be able to forgive, but they don't as easily forget. And I feel here the Page of Swords reversed might be indicating that a little bit. I also think that maybe this has to do with some communications that went wrong, that you want to apologize for. It's still, like they're still kind of processing it.
So I see this idea that the 2 aces means it is leaning towards yes. To me, that reverse Page of Swords says that maybe there's a little bit of clumsiness or miswording in the spell or misaction that maybe gives a little bit of hedge to the idea that it won't work totally on its recipient or recipients. That maybe there's a wiggle room in the spell, especially, if there's anything that maybe leans it towards a sense of compelling, which, that's how I feel about compelling magic, because you can't force people to think or do certain things. But I'm not saying you did that, and I'm not suggesting you did that. What I am suggesting is that there might be something misworded or maybe technically tweakable that could, because spells have words, and words have to be fit together a certain way. Sometimes words and phrases allow wiggle room. So I'm just suggesting that is a possibility, although I see it's leaning towards yes.
It is leaning towards yes. It just may be, I realized here, and I thought about the communication angle of this card, and I felt that, and maybe what he's talking about, the clumsiness, maybe where I felt that came in was with them, that they may not have an easy way of communicating to you. They may not be saying in the right way to you that they forgive you. And maybe that's because they just, maybe for their own reasons, feel they want to put you on notice that, hey, I'm not going to necessarily be as, kind in the future. I'm not going to make it easy for you.
I don't like to infer or use the idea clumsy, that, you just did something clumsy with that. I'm just sort of more like the idea that maybe something just wasn't 110% or something, that there's just a little bit of tweak.
Let's go. Ramen Deep is here now, and I think we're going to close the list with Ramen Deep, Violet, because it is very long, so we'll have to cut it there.
All right, so I have drawn the bear.
You were supposed to draw both. So
okay, so then I'll draw from the bottom?
Yeah. I hope I did it last time. I might have forgotten.
And the bear is influenced by the gentleman. So a quick look at this is saying that maybe the person is male that you're trying to work the spell with, but maybe not. And maybe they have, I'm not sure, maybe they've challenged your power, maybe they have some sort of connection with you that revolves around power or power issues, perhaps. So maybe, they might have felt that you stepped on their toes or something like that. It's just sort of a random thought I'm getting mostly. What do you think?
You may, as far as the question goes, you were asking about a forgiveness spell, and that's very general. So I don't know if this is between you and a particular person or just you asking forgiveness for your own behavior. I mean, I'm not sure of the context. But we do have the gentleman here. This could even indicate you, that if nothing else, your very act of putting out this this energy of demanding or asking for, let's put it that way, forgiveness, is empowering to you.
Bam!
It's empowering to you. And so it may not be about the person that's involved here. I almost feel this is about you. Is like sometimes we as much as we want to control others, or even in a general sense, we can't always. So the thing is, we can control ourselves, and just the very fact that you are seeking forgiveness is empowering for you. So I think it's a positive move you've made, and I think it has a likely chance of succeeding.
Very nice. And so you kind of explained what some of that was about there.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it applies there as well. It does have a chance of succeeding. So
that's really what we both thought.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
And as I said, it often empowers the person doing it. And, a lot of times, just that very energy is what can transform the problem, So if you think negative and you think, oh, nobody will ever forgive me or this person, we're done, maybe you're making that a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, all right.
So Alea is up.
What you got for us, Alea?
You're welcome, Buddy Blue. You're very welcome.
Okay, Alea. Okay, so I was wondering if Jackson's Diaries is out.
Interesting.
Well, then we're going to do a yes/no on that one, I think.
And I would like to use my Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
Okay, we have a list of let's see who's left. 14, 15, 16, 17, and we read for 2. That's 19. That's awesome. Nice full show today. I hope you guys are patient. We're going to try to read for every single one of you, and some of these readings might be faster than others just by the very nature of the question asked and how much we want to babble. So speaking of Babel, I just wanted to mention real quick, I've been promising blogs for some time, blog posts on our website, and the first one is still going to be about why I love using the Light Seers Tarot. And I see people are using it on Twitter, and they're talking about it a lot, or images from there a lot. So I want to get into some of that a little bit on the blog. And I will talk about the next blog things I'm doing after that during these readings.
Right.
During breaks in between. And if you want to see the Light Seers in action, come to our happy hour shows, where we've been using it pretty much exclusively now. It's just such a wonderful deck.
It really helps stretch our own skills too, because sometimes something just sits there and you're like, I've never seen that, and now I have a really interesting feeling because of it.
All right, let's move on. Okay, Mr. O. Do you want to count? Or me?
Go ahead.
I'll pick them up. All right. Huh. Interesting. I think it's leaning towards yes, definitely. You know, it's funny. I wasn't sure after I didn't get it in the second pile, but we have the ace of, is this cups, right? Spoons, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
O? Can you grab it?
No, it's wands.
Oh, it's wands. I'm sorry. All right, that's good to know.
And be a little more gentle when you order me about.
I shall not. Pay
Okay.
attention. Temperance. Temperance is upright. Temperance.
I have ants in my pants. Is that what you're talking
No.
about? No, okay.
It's the Aries temper thing.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the other ace. That's the Ace of Cups. So, yeah, I should have just seen that there, right?
I guess we have to close the list after Angel.
Oh, no! Yes, Angel has to be on. Angel
Angel will be the
Rivera.
last.
Yep, you're the last one, Angel. It's a big day. All right, we're going to keep moving, though. So at any rate, honest, that's the end of the list. End of the list. Okay, so, I feel here that it's going to happen, but Temperance is here. And so I wonder if it's still going to take a little bit more time. To me, it seems like they're kind of just going with their own, they've got their own sense of timing here, and I have a feeling it might just take a little bit longer. I don't know why.
Right, I feel it's a sense of patience there.
Yes.
Sometimes you could sort of feel like maybe there's an implied cycle with temperance, things equilibrating or something. So I feel that ultimately the answer is yes. It just may take longer than maybe you'll be able to appreciate. Mine or yours?
We'll see what happens, Angel, if you can hang with us. All right, let's check the Lenormand out on this. Maybe that'll give us some other clue. I should have been shuffling them.
And I was a little warm, so I had to take off my jacket.
Goodness.
I know. Well, we didn't really give you a time schedule, so, maintain the excitement. So we have the cross. That's the first one. And then the flowers.
It's interesting because you could look at that a lot of ways in regular life here. I mean, that could mean you're going to a funeral and you're buying flowers, literally. But in this case, to me, what it's really saying is, you have a lot of grief and worry, or, I wouldn't say grief and worry, or anxious. You're anxious about this to happen, but don't worry, because when it does happen, it's going to bring a lot of joy. Because the flowers can also be about joy. The flowers can be about a gift. And that's sort of what I see here. Despite the anxiety of waiting, being impatient perhaps a little bit, it's going to be really great when it comes out.
Well, to me, they're both 9s, of course, 36 and 9. So it is sort of talking maybe not so much about an ending, but as a cycling. Like maybe the idea is that there's just this sense of cycling towards when it begins again. So there may be some personnel changes or some other distribution deals or things like that are kind of keeping the thing from fully concluding or moving to its next chapter.
Right. All right, so that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Let's move on, Mr. O. Keep the flow going.
Okay.
A cell is up, and it'll be my deck. So I am going to grab one. Let's see what you got. What's coming towards you in love? Yeah, if everybody can kind of be ready to type their question when it's your turn. Thank you, Asal, for that.
You're welcome, Aaliyah.
In 2023, that Lenormand deck is the Mirror Truth Lenormand. I used to think it was called the Mirror of Truth, but it's Mirror Truth Lenormand. And it is really beautiful. Shuffle. Oops, almost forgot. As a matter of fact, I'll just show Violet the box here. Here it is. Thanks again, Violet. You're on the ball. Oh, it's a pretty long list, Angel. We'll just do what we can. Like I said, I'm trying hard to keep things moving.
I almost feel like I should ask if I can take like about a minute or so to go and look for the stream settings like our friend Violet Ann mentioned and see if I can find that control and turn it off or engage it.
Well, I thought
after this reading. And I'll see if I can keep
we
it.
really
Okay,
need to
then
get
I
through
won't.
this. But that's good to know. Somebody else thought there's a way to ban people, and so we are going to look into that. I don't know how to do that, but our son thinks there might be a way. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is upright. And I think the less attention we just bring to it right now, the better. Just block and report and keep at it. And the Six of Cups is reversed.
There's Monster.
Oh, hi, Monster.
I think we did that.
Oh, I didn't do that. I did not do that.
We'll try and do it. And who are we reading for? I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's a cell.
It's a cell. Sorry, that's why I asked.
What's happening in love in 2020?
Okay, take it away.
Yeah.
Now, Eight of Pentacles and King of Cups. It could be the kind of person, I don't know, this could be talking about you too in a way that maybe, you will be learning things. That's the Eight of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to work into your career, but there's that King of Cups here. And to me, that sort of does indicate that maybe there's a kind person somewhere in that process. So this could be somebody maybe you work with. I don't know if this represents necessarily a romantic attraction, because the King of Cups could be just sort of somebody who's more of a good friend, counselor, patient person. Now, the Six of Cups reversed would sort of indicate that there's emotionally a situation now where you really are holding on to some of the hurts of the past. And I'm wondering if maybe this is saying that you have to kind of clear some of that to really be ready emotionally for the person. It could also be indicating, too, that maybe a person, and maybe this could be somebody, has those issues themselves, that maybe there's a kind person there, but they themselves have an emotional past that they're working on, And so therefore the Eight of Pentacles could represent the work that's needed there.
I need to respond to Monster for a minute. I went to that part of the page and I did not see the flag. I didn't see it. So I don't know if he has to do it or what from the channel. I can't figure it out. But we will take care of that. Thanks for being here, Monster. Appreciate it. I will try to see. Maybe he can do that while I'm reading. See if you can do it. Go to their About section and look for the flag he's talking about. All right. So we are, okay, Assault. So I feel here the Eight of Pentacles is upright. And so I feel you are working towards something. You know, something is happening, something you are working towards, and it's possibly bringing love into your own life. The Six of Cups is reversed here. I feel as though in order to do this, you have to let go of maybe some of the unhappiness or the inability, you know, the disappointment you've had with not being able to make things happen for you recently. You know, 2023 might be looking up for you, I feel. But the thing is, you know, you're going to have to probably do some things to initiate this. You know, like I think I've said to other people before, sometimes it's up to us to open those doors to find, you know, love and bring love into our lives. Whether that's putting yourselves in situations where you can find the right person, you know, joining more groups and social activities and organizations and getting yourself out there, even volunteering places. You know, you never know where you're going to meet people. Oftentimes, like at school or on the job or in these types of other scenarios. So put yourself in places that will make that happen, because I think it's highly possible if you put the work in to also saying, I am, you know, because that tells the universe you are ready. I feel the universe will respond. So I think 2023 is looking up for you, and I am going to do the Lenormand. Were you able to find it?
I can't seem to get to their website.
Oh.
I don't know how to get to their
If you click
YouTube
on
page.
this,
It doesn't do anything other than say open in another tab. Is that what I
Okay.
want?
no.
Open image in another tab. And then it's suppressed, so I just can't seem to get there.
So that's why I'm saying we should just deal and ignore it for today, because we just can't seem to figure
Found
it.
it. I found what
did.
Violet Ann was talking
Awesome.
about.
Well,
I
that part, but that's not what Monster was talking about.
Yeah, but I said subscribers only, so
awesome.
we would have to unsubscribe them if they show up.
Well, I hope we didn't lose anybody on our page that's not subscribing right now, unfortunately.
Well, that's a good enticement to subscribe then.
Yeah. Of course, they could subscribe too, and then what?
5 minutes or longer duration, so we'll just unsubscribe them. I can do that from the studio
Okay, that's good. We really just want to focus,
My
because
brain
this
is
is
gone from doing
a
this.
long day, and I'd love to read for everybody.
Okay, go on.
Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, we have 353 mysteriously. Grab up there. Grab those cards down, because, oh wait, no, well, leave them there. We have to do the Lenormand.
Oh, so you don't want to order me around more?
No, I don't want to order you around. I suddenly got out of YouTube somehow, too. I have to get back in there. But anyway, thank you, Monster. We are going to look into every avenue we have. So glad you came with that.
Do
Okay.
it. You're just going to have to fly blind because I'm here.
Okay. So we do have the Clouds. The Clouds is here as the first card, Assault, and the Ring. So I do feel here, with the Clouds and the Ring, that you have to, you know, that there is some confusion, there is some difficulties. I feel here, don't rush things. You know, the ring is about commitment and marriage. And maybe at this point in time in your life, you might be very marriage-oriented, commitment-oriented. And I think the clouds are saying here, you know, right now, the situation is fluid. The situation is confusing still. Don't rush into anything in 2023. Let things happen, grow, and develop.
And I'm sorry for not being as attentive. I did address some of this earlier. In the overall situation, I could reconsider that the King of Cups represents your personality, a kind person, and that these are the other aspects that you have to work basically maybe with what causes you sadness or memories from the past that, you know, maybe are part of the problem. But so I see the ring influencing the clouds here, and I think it's just saying you have to commit, you know, to working through what those issues were, that it may be that maybe you're not acknowledging as much how some issues of the past, disappointments more likely than anything, are still affecting your ability, you know, to kind of, you know, move forward.
Thanks, Monster. I will look into that. I don't know why I didn't see it, because I really thought I had some of the channel thing here, but I don't know what happened. I will look at it again and see.
It's hard for us when we're here, but we appreciate you helping us so much. It's very frustrating.
Marcia's up.
Thank you.
Arthur, thank you for your answer. When I see him on Friday at work, he seems extra happy to see me.
Oh, right. Boy, is it my deck?
It is indeed.
Yes. Well, sounds like it's time for the mermaids. No, actually, I think it's time for my Ancient Egypt Tarot by Clyde Barker. And this is a tarot that I used to use in an earlier edition of the Emotional Exchanges, when I kind of did it with a few more positions to indicate things going on in your emotional life. So let's warm it up for this one.
Oh, hey, Mr. You can see Sonny's causing his own disruptions today, Monster.
Go away.
Where are you trying to go to Mr. O? Stay here.
Shoo. We love you, but you got to stay there. Because you'll only stay like a second, and then you'll turn around and go back. You're just like, I can do this.
And Mr. Monster's the reason we are even here. So thank right. Mr. Monster for that. If it weren't for him, we never would have gave this a shot.
Yeah, so I know who to thank.
It's the mixed blessing for some of us.
No, I like doing it, and Sonny is well taken care of. This is what he was meant to be.
All right, Marcia, let's see what's going on.
So we have a King of Coins.
Okay.
And we have the reverse Seven of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Cups.
Buddy wants him.
Everyone wants Sonny.
Everybody wants Sonny.
You know, it almost looks like he's about, Arthur that is, to get ready to make a move there.
A decision of some sort, for sure. Yeah.
And it probably is about his romantic life or something to do with his emotional realms. It's mostly about maybe him taking control and or for material reasons mostly. So maybe this is about his money or something related to that, his financial security.
He's the man with the plan, Marcia, the King of Pentacles here. He's got his plans set. The King of Pentacles is somebody very organized, detail-oriented. He's probably doing very well materially right now. That's beside the point. But I feel like he's the man with the plan here, and the plan is to set something in motion. He's made a decision about something, whether it relates to you or not. I mean, it's hard to say.
I'm not sure.
But the Ace of Cups definitely seems to indicate to me that this plan is of an emotional nature. So, I think we need to do the Lenormand just to see if it gives us any clues there. So let's take a look at that. Because maybe the cards just aren't ready to say what this is yet. But something's up.
There are days where maybe we're like, yeah, we need somebody to take these guys away for at least a week.
No, never.
However,
sorry, buddy.
If we do a big trip that we're hoping to do, we will have some cat
sorry,
sitting
buddy.
issues.
Sorry, Kara. He's mine.
All right.
Mr. O comes and peeks in on me sleeping in the morning, and Sonny's nestling beside me.
I don't even get that. Clouds again. How did that happen? And ship.
Okay. It is confusing right now what is exactly his intentions are, Marcia. That's exactly what this says here. Because as you will notice, the dark sides of the clouds are facing the ship, which means there's confusion, there's some unclearness about the next moves he's going to make.
I'm not so sure it's about you, but I can possibly say that, but I decided when you asked that to pull the bottom card of the Egyptian tarot I'm using, and I have the sun reversed, which can be about marriage or relationships.
I'm sorry, Violet Ann. Sure, we'll do that. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, yeah, we didn't know our list was going to explode up like this. So.
And we'd have these delays with the, this is why I say we got to keep moving.
Yes, well.
No, you are now that we've got this done. That's good.
Why, thank you. So, to me, Marcy, I think that maybe it's not about you, but maybe it's also something that you won't even find out about necessarily. He may want to sort of hang it around you. It could be a ploy even. Maybe he's just going through the motions of acting like this because he is trying to garner some energy.
Hey, Laura. Hey, sorry, we had to close the list.
We're
but,
sorry.
Feel free to stay and watch. We had some troll activity today, and we've got a big list right now, so we won't be able to get to you today. But good to see you.
Yeah, we have like 17 or 18 people still.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so we're trying to get moving. We had to do some manipulating of things to get rid of the troll.
It's always possible that a lot of people will cut out and maybe the list will clear, but we can't really guarantee that we will reopen it.
Yeah. All right.
So that's what we had, Marcia. So sort of overall, not sure that it's you, but it could be a ploy to get your attention maybe, or your interest, because he seems like that kind of person. Scorpio to Scorpio, that is.
Yeah, so feel free to hang with us. I'm not going to go there where he did. I feel like right now everything is really uncertain, but he's up to something. Let's just say that. And I mean, it may not be nothing nefarious or bad. He's just up to something. He's got something in mind, something going on.
Yeah.
So
I also think, too, that he
Marcia.
wants to sort of have that air about him so that people are curious. Like he's trying to provoke the curiosity.
Yeah. Hey, who are we on? I think it's Libra, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yep,
sorry,
Libra.
Laura. I hope we can see you again sometime, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, sorry about that.
We
And
didn't
by the
expect
way,
the
I
list to get so big this time.
I just want to throw this out there to you. That person may come back as another name, so be ready to do the same if that happens.
Well, I have my subscription page open, so I'm hoping that
Okay.
I'll notice it and be able to do it. But we're not always sure that our new subscribers kind of are
you're right.
there.
It's true.
All right, who we on?
He's always up to something.
No, Libra.
It's Libra.
What?
Libra, are you with us? There it is. What's coming towards me? We gotcha. My deck. This one. I've got the Grunge Tarot. I probably didn't say I was using the Ghost Tarot last time. This is the Grunge Tarot that Mr. Monster got me for my birthday. Yay. shuffle. Sorry. You doing a sunny cam?
I was trying to.
Get your face in the camera, son, man.
You know, his little teardrops by his eyelids, those were gone this morning or
I know,
earlier,
they're back.
so they just
we
come
should
back
probably
really
get him
quick.
to the vet. They'll probably have to give him eye drops again. I think he's got something.
Ugh.
I know.
No, you don't, because you don't take him. I have to take him.
Well, I can take him. I can handle him.
You're on. You're definitely on.
Oh boy. Now I did it.
Oh, right,
If I have to take the blanket he hides under with him, I will.
Are you going to tell them?
He's in here. Yeah.
He tends to crawl under a quilt, and he's like this little pile under there, and he thinks he's hiding. It's like, we know you're there.
Well, you got the TFT party card reversed. That's not a bad thing. Libra, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. You also have another Wands card. You have the 9 of Wands reversed.
I just don't seem to be close enough to the
Hey,
set.
look at this. I know they were mixed up. They weren't in order. There's the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is upright. So what's going on here? You know, I think before you throw in the top, I don't know why, what's coming towards you, you're gonna feel like something you want to, something that's just not working out for you, you're going to want to throw in the towel on. You know, this 9 of Wands reversed kind of is a sign of putting up the white flag of surrender on something. But I feel here, maybe the cards are saying, not so fast, you know. Maybe what you have to realize here is you need to take more of a pragmatic approach, and you need to maybe slow it down a little. Take small steps towards what you desire. You know, what your new goal or adventure is. Instead of just saying, oh, I could never do it, that's never going to happen, it's too much work, I'm giving up now. Take it incrementally, and I think that you might be able to persevere.
Well, I'm wondering, too, if this is something about either, you know, an opportunity for you to do something new, whether it's work-related or not, or, you know, the 4 of Wands has that sort of home-ish quality, the harvest home, some people call it, and maybe it's the idea that there's something you've been feeling you need to change around your home, or at least your spiritual sense of home, and these plans will take a while. You have to really kind of go slow, and so that's what's coming towards you, is the sense that maybe you, wherever this is in your life, you want to make these changes because there's that sense of dissatisfaction in general, but maybe the need to have to change something, and so you need a longer range plan.
Which is interesting because look at the first card I pulled.
The Stork.
Which is about new beginnings.
Sure.
But then I have
The Synth.
So it's really interesting because I used this kind of terminology in one of my Material Matters readings today. Cut back a little bit on your expectations right now. You know, this might not be the time to get yourself too over-involved in starting new things. I mean, make sure that you know, if you're working, if you really want to work and see something through, you're focusing on that. You know, in other words, don't just keep trying, well, I'm going to try this now, I'm going to try that now. It says cut back on some of that right now at this time.
I would agree with that. I mean, I think that this was it's a different way of saying what I was saying, which was that you might need longer range plans, or you might really need to look at something in a more strategic sense of what you're trying to change. I still get the feeling like maybe it concerns something that's a little bit more personal, either home related or your personal, you know, outreach or fingerprint, you know, your agency. So it could be work related, it could be friendship, something like that.
Are you guys fighting over our cats? Who gets what cat? Hello? How silly. Ah, we love our babies.
Could we make money off of it?
Hey! Shame on you, Sonny. No wonder you hang with me.
He keeps wanting to dash over here.
All right, so that's what we have for you, Libra. I wish you luck with that. And let's move on to
And
Angel Mary.
has their question.
I saw it.
I'm just saying that aloud.
Let's do a yes/no on that one with your deck, Mr. O.
All right. So I'm going to use the Murder of the Crows, wherever they are. There they are.
One of my next blog posts, is it going to be the next one? I think so. It's going to be one of the next two, and it's going to be about repeating cards. You know, oftentimes when you're doing a reading for yourself, a card keeps coming up over and over again, or like us this last week, we had for the collective, the Emperor card come up 3 times in a week. So what does that mean? You know, there are many ways you can interpret and look at the situation, and I'm going to explore and talk about some of that in an upcoming blog post. That's definitely on my agenda as well. So stay tuned for that. And one final thing while he's shuffling there. Also, I plan on making some very vague announcements soon of some things we're going to be adding to our website. Some things might be for cost and some things will be for free. And in each case, there'll be, you know, a gathering of people on Zoom.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm hoping to get into the game too with some blog posts. I want to talk about some of the other new things that I'm involved in.
It's just been rough. I have to admit, you know, sometimes this the illness does get the better of me. I get tired out, and you know, sometimes the brain fogs. That's just part and parcel with this. And it's really interesting to me because some of the symptoms of my illness really do mirror some of the symptoms people are getting with long COVID. And so I've been doing some research on this a little bit because it fascinates me. And I do believe that some of the things that are happening with the people with long COVID are things that I deal with in some ways with my cancer. The only difference is in my case, it's a genetic flaw that's causing the problem, a genetic defect. That's not the case with COVID. But it is interesting to me. So, and I'm hoping that maybe some of the COVID research that's going on could maybe aid with, you know, what's going on with these blood cancers, which is mine is a part of. And this cat purrs like no tomorrow. Yeah, you could leave the question, Ramandeep. We're trying to get there.
It's leaning towards no. There's only one ace. The Ace of Swords. There's a Strength reversed. And the Lovers reversed.
Oh my.
So these are almost like don't need a necessary explanation. It may be that there's just some really strong issues about the decision. To some degree, that's the Lovers reversed, you know.
I feel like they don't feel like they're in the position to make the decision right now. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's also partially that they're just not sure how they feel about, if they feel, you know, if they're there with you feeling wise, like can they propose to you and are willing to spend, the rest of their life with you, which is really what marriage was about, but I mean, I think it's that. Are they ready to make that a commitment? I feel like they're not quite there.
It may be too that this card could represent to some degree a little bit of immaturity from an emotional standpoint. Somebody that maybe doesn't express feelings well, express love.
I just thought of something else with strength. I feel that maybe they feel like they might be being pressured or boxed in some way. Maybe if this is from family or yourself or somebody else, they're feeling pressure. Because sometimes strength, reversed, I think, could be about that. Feeling pushed into making a decision.
And that decision would end up not being the best decision.
Yeah. So they really are not ready for it yet.
And there's the moon as your Lenormand. And from the bottom is the fox.
What's really interesting here.
Well, yes, it is.
It is, because after all I said there, it does seem that there is some attraction here. So don't abandon ship on this, but it does seem like there is some kind of attraction here. Most definitely. Because the fox can be about some feelings of sensuality or just that they sense some real sexual attraction towards you. And the moon is about romance.
It's true, but the moon could also be about cycles and things. So it could just be saying, too, that there still is this sort of influence of a changeable nature that I was talking about. Some level of maybe immaturity or something that's just not quite consistent. And so it may be that they're on again, off again. They might need more pressure or more, at least, influence in some manner.
I don't know. Do you want to read Ramandeep's question and see how to handle that? But I mean, we're not doing Ramandeep yet, but I just want to make...
Well, we'll try. I don't know I can address that right at the very moment.
Yeah. All right. We'll address it later. We will try to answer that question.
Sure.
All right.
So that's what we have?
That's what we have.
All right.
Moving on to Kate, I think.
Do you have that written down somewhere?
You're welcome, Angel Mary. We'll be able to find it. And I get the idea of it. I can definitely get the idea of that.
Okay.
All right. We're going to general reading about our family's business idea. Okay. All right. It's mine, right?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Coming right up. I'm using the Vertigo Tarot again, which I used last time.
And earlier today was the Material Matters, which is Banshee's program.
We had a lot of people in the chat.
Quiz. Yeah, there were a lot of people there today.
It was nice.
To success in business, education, and finance. This next week, we'll see another episode of Goth Tarot. You can check that out with me on Wednesday mornings, as well as Friday mornings, Emotional Exchanges. And, of course, we are back next Thursday for more readings here, 7 to 9 p.m.
Shuffle.
All right. Kate's turn.
Yep.
We got it.
Oh, I guess I should grab those, shouldn't I?
Hello. Sonny hears those jets and he's all nervous. Look at him. He's like, what is that? You're not watching it.
I saw him perk up for that. I did. Sonny is our scaredy cat. Probably the most scaredy of the cats.
Oh, hi, Nikki.
Little noise.
I'm not sure we're going to be able to squeeze you in. We're very full.
Yeah, I think we had to close the list, Nikki. We're really behind. We had a nasty troll problem we're trying to get rid of, and it set us back time-wise, unfortunately.
So we have a number of readings. We're not going to probably be able to do this without a bit of overtime. We will be back on Thursday.
All right, Kate, let's see what's going on about the business idea here.
Oh, Nikki's already on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh!
Excuse me.
Nikki, sorry.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I should have seen that too because I wrote your name on my backup list.
Yes.
I know. Queen of Pentacles is reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, the Five of Cups is upright. You need to have a conversation here, and Temperance is reversed. Now look, just because you've got negative cards, it might be just talking about some of the challenges here that you may have to face in this, you know. Are you ready financially for this business idea? In other words, I think the cards are saying it might be fine, but you're really going to have to become more financially oriented here. That's the Queen of Pentacles. The Five of Cups, I feel here is don't let past setbacks or disappointments stop you from trying to move forward with this. You know, maybe that's part of it too, is maybe you lack some confidence or some, you know, the idea here that I just don't have what it takes to bring it off, you know. Temperance is reversed here, saying, you know, you have to be sure you are ready for this. And not just Queen of Pentacles materially, but also emotionally. You know, I feel there has to be a balance here between the two, and maybe that's what Temperance Reversed is saying here, in order to pull this business idea off. So it's not impossible, but it's not going to be easy unless you are in the right frame of mind and position to do so.
I want to say, Nikki, thank you for saying that. I appreciate hearing that. Thank you so much, really. Sincerely, we love everybody that comes here. So to me, Kate, I look at Temperance in the context of your question, and I think that this is saying like that there is probably room for improvement, or for people having a dialogue or conversation about how management happens in the business context for you guys. Like maybe that's been some of the issues before, is how things are managed. Maybe somebody is better able to manage physical aspects, somebody's better able to manage people aspects where it relates to, you know, people getting along in your work environment, however that works out. So I'm thinking it's mostly saying those are just your basic issues, and that once you figure out how to balance that and make sure, you know, that can have the continuity it needs.
Love and light to you, Nikki. Thank you. I appreciate that too. And you're always welcome in the chat. Just let us know up front if you want a reading or not. And we love the input and all the conversations that go on in our chat. It's really great.
Yeah, lately it's been hard for us to follow along, so I'm glad we were able to.
Well, the troll problem is a recent phenomenon, and it kind of threw us. So the
Kate, I don't normally think this is exactly about confidence. I still think it is a little bit
but I've
about
said that.
What?
But I had said that.
I know that, and I know she's saying it. I'm just saying my opinion really is more encouraging than yours.
Wow. Wow.
That there's something either you can do to figure out where your strengths or weaknesses are better suited.
You know what, here? So I do the tough love segment of the show. We are the good cop and the bad cop. But the bottom line, I have to say that again. Happen? We're the good cop and the bad cop of the show.
No, I'm the badder cop.
How dare he turn me off?
I'm the badder cop.
But now, listen up here, Kate. No, he touched on something that I actually want to say about Temperance here. That might be here also to state that how you and your partner there work together, you know, is going to be important here. So you have to make sure that you both are on the same wavelength with things, the same wavelength with everything.
Go to your DM. Can you do it?
Okay, I can.
You're taking too long.
Stop it.
Well, that sounds pretty good, actually, in a way.
So, I have to do the Lenormand, though, really. Let me go to the DM a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what this is about.
Well, I'm going to babble for a few moments while we readjust ourselves.
It's hard for me to respond to that right now, but I will say, Violet, that I'm still going to do it. And I will talk to you more about that later. But also, you'll see what happens, okay? That's all I can say. But I just want to say that now because really, we're so tight for time here. All right. I don't know why I'm doing this when I have to do the Lenormand.
I was just
start off my game. Really, Mr. O, I have to focus on readings, and so should you.
Okay, well,
and it's okay, Violet. I'm glad you asked that, but we will move on.
I guess I have to ignore what you say because she already is.
It's tough. We're just trying to get through today because it's busy, and I'm hoping that now, once we see what our sun monster sent us, that we might be able to handle this problem more permanently right from the get-go.
But I did what Violet Ann suggested, and that person hasn't been back at all.
And that's good, but I think this would be a better stopgap, and I'll explain that why to you later, too.
Okay. Well,
there's a reason there. I liked what he suggested, if I can really figure it out, why I can't see it. All right. So we have the Clover card here. And we have the Rods card here. This is really interesting to me, Kate, because, the universe may be on your side. They may have your back in this in some ways, because I feel here the Clover is saying could be some quick luck that happens that either puts you in the right place at the right time, or you realize the time is right to initiate this. You have everything together and you can make it work. That's what it looks like when I see the Clover and the Rod, the Whip together.
Well, those Lenormand to me sort of goes more to the Queen of Pentacles, which I didn't really talk about much. And to me, I'm sort of feeling like this idea that luck growth happening suddenly is not disallowed by the previous cards. The Queen of Pentacles is just saying maybe you need to take care of everything, including yourselves in this. So I'm wondering if maybe it winnows over towards that side, the idea that this is going to be mostly a good thing once you figure out how to balance it out, who works best doing what. I'm done.
All right, let's
take your cards away. And Jano is up.
Okay, Jano, for some reason...
I don't believe they've asked their question yet.
Oh, wait.
You're welcome, Kate.
I'm going nuts here.
Now who's disrupting who?
Well, I had to get back. See, that was kind of the difficulty. I can get there, but I have to get back, and it's kind of tricky. My tablet, it doesn't... I prefer my laptop, but with Sunny here, the tablet's better on the table, I think, for sure.
So Sunny trolls us one way, and then other people troll us another way.
That's right. So that's what we have for you, and we're on Jano's question, and I believe it's your deck, Mr. O.
It is. I think we're looking for Jano.
Okay.
Hopefully they're still around. I think we're getting to that part, though, where
some people
may start dropping out.
Yeah.
Having waited a long time.
Let's just hold out a minute, because they could be typing.
You're welcome, Kate. I said that I know, but you're welcome. Jano, come on. Yeah, a lot of people have dropped off. I don't know. So we'll have to see what's going on. We'll give Jano another moment or so, but we really have to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, we
Kinda knew
can
this would
kind
happen.
of fit Jano in if they come back. I'm willing to do that because, and just keep it flowing. Like if Jano comes back, I'll tell them to wait till we're done with that reading, and we'll read them next, and we'll keep going through this.
So therefore, who's next?
That would be Sonali.
And do they have a question?
I do not know.
They normally may post. Jano or Sonali, will take either.
Hey, it's no problem, Violet. You know, our focus has been kind of messed up before that.
Okay, divine message for Sonali.
But we're okay. We're okay. We're moving along. And I think the readings have been pretty spot on so far. So I'm not too worried.
Well, that's probably good for you. I'm not so sure I've been as focused as you.
You've been doing fine. We just disagree, as sometimes we do.
Okay. Thanks, Violet. I see that.
Oh, divine message from higher self. Got it. Thank you, Violet. All right.
Our first card is the Two of Swords, followed by the Hierophant. These are both upright. And then we also have the upright Queen of Chalices. That's like the Queen of Cups. So the divine message, I don't know if this is relating to you or somebody you're close to. I'm wondering, do you know somebody that maybe is getting married or a sense of commitment happening? Or that there is some situation revolving around choices that maybe are respecting culture or tradition and maybe not, you know, though it leads more towards that. Maybe somebody is wondering about the conventionality of their relationship or of their situation, and maybe somebody says maybe it's time to kind of take a stand about something. Divine message.
Yeah, a message from higher self. So I feel here, Sonali, the message to me is that, you know, this is a time for you to aspire to consolidating your heart with your intellect. You know, the Hierophant is a learned person. The Hierophant can be a priest, so it could be spiritual knowledge. But I see the Two of Cups here, and I see the Queen of Cups, and these are very, very emotional cards.
It's the Two of Swords.
Oh,
Not the Two of Cups.
Dang it!
Indeed.
It is. Okay, so you know what? I still feel that holds.
It's okay.
So I don't know why I said that, but I still felt that there was that. But look at, the swords are about intellect. The cups are about emotion. The Hierophant, being a learned man, says, you know, that the path you take to enlightenment must consolidate both the heart and the head together. And I feel here that, you know, the Two of Swords, mind you, is about making decisions and moves, etc. The Queen of Cups is about, you know, emotion, that it could involve something with the emotions. But considering your question, I feel the message from higher self in this case is about enlightenment, because the Hierophant is a very enlightened soul, on a positive level. And the Two of Cups is just saying, I did it again. The Two of Swords is just saying, this is about making intellectual decisions from your heart. In other words, don't throw intellect aside and just rule from emotion, nor vice versa. You need to consolidate them.
So with my idea, though, the idea maybe is that these decisions do relate to either conventionalities or cultural or traditional traditions maybe that you're wrestling with or you're looking at in the context of evolvement, your evolution, the message from your higher self. All right, so first is the dog. And then it's the crossroad, which we've had before today. So
I love it.
Okay.
Well, so I think that Spirit is saying to, be true to the decisions that you make. Be true to yourself. And, the dog obviously can be about friends. It can be about loyalty. It could be about, being true to things. Loyalty, trust, people that you trust. So I feel the message here from higher self is be true to yourself in the decisions that you make. You owe it to yourself to make sure that you are using both your heart and your mind to move forward or make the decisions in your life you need to make.
And I'm looking at that and I'm feeling that in the context of the other cards.
It's something else too, but go ahead.
It may be saying too that the dog is kind of a metaphor for your higher self because it's like a loyal personality. It's your best friend. But who better than that is but your higher self should be your best friend, the person that guides you and protects you. And so I think this is saying is that related to everything we talked about, there's sort of a dichotomy between material things and emotional things. You are at that crossroads. And so I think your higher self is telling you, you need to trust it. You need to be loyal and trustworthy to it. It will guide you towards, the information or the values that you're seeking. All right. What else did you want to say?
I wanted to say that it's possible here that the dog is representing your higher self. And
I said that.
Yeah, which he stole it from me. That's why I'm like, And so the crossroads is saying here, your higher self is here to guide you in this. And so understand that you can always find, the answers, the support you need by trusting yourself, by trusting your higher self to make that right decision and operate from the level of the head and the heart.
Hi, Swathi.
All right.
Have you been here before? Was Swathi here earlier?
I don't think so. Not on the list. So, Swathi, our list is closed today because we just had too many people and we had a troll and different things happen. And we're trying to move fast, so we're going to keep doing that. But you're welcome to stay in the chat and chat away.
Yeah, of course. But we've actually closed the list. We're trying to get through everything. It just bombed. It just exploded.
So Sonali is done. We're going to move on to, I believe it's Kara. Kara's up.
It's possible that if things really clean out well,
they won't.
They won't.
They won't. I'm sorry.
That little tinge of health. Did Kara ever give us their question?
Yeah.
What does my guides have for me?
All right.
Is this my
I'm
deck?
clamping down today because also I'm not sure we're going to do it, but we might have to drop in at our son's house. We have a gift for his wife to give.
Yeah. Your deck or mine?
Mine.
Thank you for keeping us focused.
Oh, I'm going to use the big deck for that, Mr. O. I think that's a good idea.
Because I did that, right?
Well, no, because it was time to switch back to it. All
I
right,
still have a
Kara.
deck or two I haven't used yet.
That's on you.
That was actually a mistake, Violet. I hit the wrong button. But of course, thank you. Especially today. Thanks, Swati. It's been really a busy hour and a half here. But maybe something good has come between Mr. Monster Hunter, our other moderator, occasional moderator.
Our son.
Our son. And, of course, Violet Ann, one of our attendees today,
Gave us some advice
a
at
good
work.
tip, which I finally figured out. It was just really too anxious to focus that way, I guess. Yeah, it probably was. I'm sure you're right. So hopefully this will help with
It
all
will
of that.
help, but it'll just be constant vigilance. But we do have some tools now that may be able to nip this in the bud quicker, I hope. So, at any rate, I'm not even going to think about it anymore right now. It'll be for discussion later. Focus on the readings. All right. What do the guides have? It's the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven... Gotta move it back. These are big cards. The Seven of Pentacles upright. Ooh. Uh-oh, Kara. We have the Five of Swords upright.
It says Venus in Aquarius. That doesn't sound good to me.
And then we have the Eight of Swords upright. This is really interesting right now. And this was a message from your guides. You know what? The message from your guides is that they recognize you've been through some stuff lately, you know? And maybe this just isn't talking about the COVID thing, but it could be. It could be talking about just some other, maybe arguments or issues you've had dealing with other people right now. Hey, trolls like we've had, for example. Whatever the case may be here, you know, the guides are saying it may have shattered your self-esteem or your confidence a little bit. It may have made you a little bit anxious, you know, but don't let that stop you from doing the work you want to do. You know, maybe it's given you time, maybe it's made you take some step back from things, and don't let that happen. I think Spirit wants you to not let that happen.
Well, it could also be your guides are preparing you for some lesson of some sort or some sort of situation that will involve. The Five of Swords can only possibly promise some amount of strife or guarded behavior between people, adversity between people, that kind of thing. So when I combine that with the Seven of Pentacles, it may be saying that this is the kind of situation you have to be on guard for. Your guide is saying be on guard for that a little bit, be a little bit more proactive, because some of this may be coming to you. It may be saying too that maybe you were thinking of moving from a position where you were sort of hanging back a little bit, that Eight of Swords energy, and that maybe that's why that, you know, a part of moving a little bit more out into the public again involves this idea that somebody notices you and maybe, you know, wants to test you in certain ways. Sometimes that's the universe. I mean, we could be talking about the universe testing you, Kara, in a way, and that, you know, it's maybe trying to force you to step back again. So really this could be saying, you know, are you going to step back a little bit, or are you going to stand up a little bit? Yeah, I think it's maybe the universe, the world. What you got?
No worries, Kara. There you are. Such a beautiful card that lady card is, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
And the rider. Hop on that horse or motorcycle or bike and ride, Kara.
Ride, Captain, ride.
So basically, I think this is saying that, it's okay now for you to make some moves and move forward. Don't wait, don't hesitate, and don't let people stop you from expressing yourself, because I want to also remind you that besides the rider being about movement, it can be about news coming in or news being disseminated. And so don't feel like this should stop you, say, from social media posts or whatever the case may be, speaking from your heart and your mind.
The writer really is talking about movement and news? No.
The writer can be about news.
Okay.
It can be about mail, getting things through the mail, for example.
Well, remember I was saying that I thought that maybe your guides are sort of setting up a test for you, and then I sort of said that maybe this is just warning you that these challenges are coming, and so you could either hang back or you could just sort of assert yourself. I'm feeling it's just basically coming much sooner than you might expect.
That could be. I mean, I see how that ties into what you said. So, yeah, there's definitely that. Something is on the move right now, and that's you. Yeah. So it just says keep moving forward. Don't let this stop you. Don't feel like you have to hold back, because you don't. Remember, with the Eight of Swords there, you can easily break free of restriction. It's up to you.
Swati, we know some of this, and we have been doing some of this. It just seems like maybe there is the bot quality, and or in real time, it's just been really kind of irritating to try and stay on top of all that.
We can't really take the time to do it, especially when it has a list of 20 some people. But we have a means now. It's just that I have to look for it, because what my son told me to do did not show up on my screen, but he sent me screenshots to look at. Long story short, and we're going to do it after the show when we have more time. So we just don't have time right now.
Well, after I did click off something in the stream settings per Violet Ann, one of our viewers, the problem seems to have stopped for the moment. We haven't had them come back, and that's been a while. All right, so who is up next?
Fine.
Mr. Maurice? Mr. Maurice.
Wait a minute.
Did they bail?
Yes, it is Mr. Maurice.
That's what Violet said.
Mama T's after Angel Rivera? Okay. You want to be at the end?
Did Mr. Maurice bail on us? I hope not, because I think he gave us a donation.
He's probably here. Give him a second.
I will.
Jeez.
Oh, you silly girl.
Yep, I've got it.
All right.
I was comparing the list. I think I got everything in order. Thank you, Violet.
Appreciate that. Thank you. So far, so good. So maybe we're all right. We'll see. We have some other things we're going to do, too, as soon as we can after this.
I think it's your deck. Whoever is
I know,
up.
I'm waiting for Mr. Maurice.
We'll give Mr. Maurice a little longer. Yeah, sometimes people have different rights, and even my son, who's a moderator, wasn't able to do some of that for us. So, don't worry about it. We will have this taken care of. And we did finally have some good, sound advice, and Mr. O took care of the problem today. We needn't really discuss it anymore. Just know that's why we fell behind. But even then, Swati, we might have fallen behind anyway, because we're talking a lot. And also, we've had a big list today. Some people decided not to get readings.
Blew up from the start.
Yeah, so a lot of people today. Maybe because of Mercury going direct, we don't know.
You can email us at our Gmail account, and that's one word, TFT Tarot for Today at Gmail. And we check it several times a day right after the show, so we'll get back to you. There's been other things going on, too. We've been having a little bit of problems with Instagram. We had a problem with Facebook.
Why'd you give me them to shuffle? We don't know who's...
I know. Well, you were...
All right, so let's move on for... Deep Shaika now is next.
There's Mr.
Oh, there he
Maurice.
is. All right, Mr. M. Go ahead with your question.
Who could blame anybody for being impatient with us?
We're almost ready to give up on you, but we understand people can't sit here, because it's been a long show so far. And we are going to go into some overtime, but we really have made some progress here. I'd like to keep that going.
Do you have a zipper for that mouth of yours?
I'm going to try. All right. Good to see you, Mr. Maurice. All right.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's take a look. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for that question. And we hope the best for you. We're like cats, and one of my old friends said...
We're like cats.
Said cats are a reflection of us. And that our cats are a reflection of us. They're sweet because we're sweet.
Well, I have my little Aries bite. Well, headbutting, I should say, because I'm a ram, right? Aries ram.
You're very welcome, Mr. Maurice. Okay, so we have our 3 cards. First is the Knight of Pentacles. Looks like a mermaid to me, but we'll say it's a knight. And then there's the reversed 9 of Swords. That's actually pretty good. And then there's the reversed 7 of Cups. That's actually pretty good.
Oh my goodness.
This actually sounds like maybe they're going to offer it to you. That's the 7 of Cups reversed. It looks like things are swimming around, but something is coming towards you. That is a choice you can accept or you want to accept.
Mr. Maurice, this is, I can read it the way he is too, but I just want to say right now at the get-go, before I do, that the Knight of Pentacles indicates this move you've made. You're making a move now to better your circumstances, your financial or your career prospects. The 9 of Swords is reversed, which indicates to me, now that the test is done, the anxieties are easing. You're ready to move forward now with a much clearer head. And finally, with the 7 of Cups reversed, you are making your decisions and choices and acting on them. And this is really, really positive. This is showing you being proactive. But to add to what he's saying, I have to say this too. This could very well mean that this is going to work out for you. There's a coming of something positive for you materially, so you can rest easy in knowing that you have made the right decision to go for this.
Well, we read differently, even though a lot of times we sort of say the same things or agree about things, but I think our process is different. I went to the end because I thought that was the good news, but having said that, I don't think there's bad news here, Mr. Maurice. I think that the Knight of Pentacles, the first card, is about moving towards this goal. It is movement. The Knight of Pentacles is maybe proven movement that's saying, meter yourself, don't try leaping and bounding to the success. Don't try racing there. Slow and steady gets the race kind of thing. And of course, although it may seem like it's taken too long for you, it probably really wasn't in the overall stretch of things. And Banshee's exactly right. Anthony thinks you're funny, by the way. I think
I know, I saw it.
Is the 9 of Swords reverse really talks about you shifting away those feelings of isolation or loneliness in this mix, or possible ill confidence or worry. Those things have shifted away, and it's really because there is this idea of a brilliant, clear, vibrant choice is moving towards you.
Okay, I see that, Deep Shaika. We will get to that next.
So now,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Maurice, we're going to do that Lenormand.
Get as good a cards as we got here.
Yeah, you did pretty stellar there.
Yeah, I have to say, I feel optimistic.
So the first card in the Lenormand was the bear, and then that was followed by the house.
Wow.
And I think this is really good. My impression from the Lenormand would be saying this brings a lot of strength to your home, your foundation. So whether it's really talking about the physical parameters of your home or the more aesthetic quality of family or people that you live with being your home, it is saying there's a real strengthening here of that, maybe because, you know, the job elevates you in most ways.
You know, the bear, even the house to some degree, all the Lenormand cards have a lot of multifaceted qualities about them. And the bear, one of the things the bear is also known for is financial security and stability.
True.
And I feel here...
Combined with the house?
I feel here, Mr. Maurice, that... We're gonna... Oh, my goodness. I feel here, Mr. Maurice, that this is saying... You know, this is going to empower you in many ways. You're going to feel more. You're going to feel more secure. You're going to feel more stable. And maybe, you know, to me, this looks like this is going to work out for you. But even if it doesn't, what it does indicate to me is you are in a position right now where, you know, you realize you have more of a sense of security and stability. That if this doesn't work out for you, something else will. Because you have put yourself in a very empowered position right now by passing this test and moving yourself forward. But I just have a feeling you're going to find a place to call home that is going to feel much more secure to you and maybe obviously a little bit more financially, exciting.
I think this is almost the most stellar reading we've done for anybody today in a way. It really is so positive. And I'm looking at the numerology, Mr. Maurice. 4 and 15 is 19. 1 and 9 is 1. You're the one.
Okay.
Good luck with everything.
One.
Good luck with everything.
Good luck, Mr. M. Keep us posted. Deep Shaika wanted a message. Divine guidance. To my deck.
Yes.
And back to you, the Ghost Tarot.
Oh. What am I going to do?
Oh, I see. Don't worry, the thing that we plan to do will work, the next thing. But it won't be till later, unfortunately. I've got this Dodo's number.
Thanks, Mr. Maurice. I love my hair. Thank you.
Thanks, Violet. Hopefully after today, it'll get better.
And
Trust
Mr.
me.
Maurice, I know you haven't been here recently, but Thursday night and this night we've been having this problem with this weird troll here.
So please just ignore the troll.
We apologize for that.
We're going to be working on it, and we have been. All right, so what am I doing here again? It's these message for divine message.
Yes.
Let's just focus and trust me.
We're just trying to ignore it. We're asking everybody else to ignore it as best they can.
Did you shuffle?
No, I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
It's very frustrating, Violet. I know it is. Thank you, Mr. Maurice, and we really wish you the best of luck.
Let me do that. I'm thinking ahead here, and I shouldn't be. Again, we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. That's come up recently in another deck. We have the Ace of Cups upright. And the Seven of Cups upright.
We had that one reversed.
Right, in your deck. The Queen of Pentacles came up in my Virgo tarot reversed for someone. I kind of get the feeling here that Queen of Pentacles reversed is saying that the Divine is saying, you know, this is a time to really focus on you right now, I feel, and show some love to yourself. Show, you know, this is the beginning of a time where you start taking care of you, Spirit is saying. And I feel that even with the Ace of Cups here, often the Ace of Cups is the beginning of love and romance, but I really feel in this reading here, Deep Shika, this is saying this should be on you, the Queen of Pentacles, who needs it. And you need that right now, because, and also to give yourself time. Give yourself time to decide what's next for you in life, whether it is in romance, whether it is in business or career or any aspect of your life. The Seven of Cups often talks about, hey, I have all these options and things before me. Don't feel any pressure that you have to decide on them now. This is a time for visioning them, showing yourself some self-love and taking the time to determine what's next for you and not worry about jumping in the fray right now.
You know, the divine guidance I think that's coming towards you or that may reveal to you suggests that this is really about how you take care of yourself, how you nurture yourself, and how you bring love into your life. And sometimes that involves different things. Sometimes it could be as easy as saying, I'm going to grow this little flower here, and every day I look at it, I'm going to express my love for it being in my life, and I'm going to receive whatever energy I can feel from it as also an equal exchange. And so that's just saying to me that maybe the choice is how you can express love. Maybe you can express love just by taking care of somebody or something else other than yourself as well. Maybe the divine guidance is saying is to cultivate love and sensitivity and emotionality in your own life. You need to maybe start small, and maybe there's just some small ways you show love and appreciation and generosity for life.
All right.
And we're closing in on our time, but of course it won't be our time.
No, we'll go over.
We are going over.
No
We do
problem with that.
We do this quite well.
We have the moon again that's shown up. It's interesting, I have to say, Deep Shika, because I'm seeing a lot of kind of love kind of stuff here. So
It's true.
I do feel here that maybe my message still applies, although I will say here that the Lenormand might be saying to you that some of what I've been talking about is relating to love and romance. You know, it's like, you know, don't, you know, move, you know, things might be moving for you and happening, you know, maybe more quickly than it should. You know, the moon acts like there's romance here, and the ship acts like there's movement in that area of your life right now. But when I see the cards that I see here, I feel this might be a time to really don't move too fast. In other words, explore this relationship, let it deepen in time if there is one, and don't move too fast, because you owe it to yourself to guard yourself against any kind of negative relationships, you know, people who might be using you, etc. Make sure, you know, that they are developing the right way. I guess that's what I want to say.
Although I spoke in more of a universal, unconditional love aspect with the first set of cards, the bottom set of cards, the Lenormand, may indicate that this is actually about an actual tangible love in your life.
Yeah.
It could represent a relationship that's very important to you, whether it's physically intimate or just really more about just love of people for somebody that they're very close to. Either way, if it is romantic, if it is not exactly romantic but strongly emotionally felt, I think the guidance is saying is be open to this coming into your life, that maybe it is coming into your life, it is coming towards you, and Spirit wants you to choose it.
All right. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck. So then Juliet...
What am I doing?
Juliet is up.
Juliet is up. If Juliet is still here, we're ready for you. And sorry, the show has been overly long.
You're welcome, Deep Shaika. Our pleasure. I may actually end up using at least one time each.
A general reading in love. Okay, awesome.
Good. So I'm going to use my Tarot, the Ancestral Path, for Julia's general reading.
No Mermaid Tarot?
I used it already.
Oh, okay.
Didn't
I? Okay. Well, I meant for, okay.
It was a general reading.
It's a general reading in love.
This'll work.
It certainly will work.
And it won't be hard on your hands.
They're wide. I actually like this deck, though. They're not as wide as my Next World Tarot.
Mr. O is burnt out, Violet. That is all. Okay, general love. So our first card is the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man, and it's reversed. The second card is the reversed Ten of Wands, also known as the Ten of Staves in this deck. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is upright. Do you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay, well, I don't necessarily see them going in a progression or order. I'm going to just sort of say what the qualities seem to be. And maybe there's a sense really that some things were holding you back or felt like weighing on you in terms of maybe how you felt about seeking romance or being a romantic-minded person. That's the Ten of Wands, but this seems to be releasing in some ways. You may be moving away from something that was not as happy for you towards something you feel has more promise for you. With the Hanged One reverse here, it may indicate that what had to happen was within yourself, that you had to change something within yourself, whether it concerns the idea of what burdened your mind or what was sort of oppressing you in a way. You had to kind of come to some sort of decision about releasing that or giving it up. So it could have been like maybe just really the hope that somebody else was going to come back to you or that something was going to happen there. But it could have been other things too.
Well, I see some of what he's saying here, definitely. I put it together a little bit differently. I feel like just a hanged man coming down off the tree. Saying to you, get in the mix, Juliet. Get out there and get in the mix. Get off that tree. Get off of dwelling on things maybe from your past that were not that good. Let's take a look here. So we have the Hanged Man reversed, but then we have the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. And I really feel those play, and the 10 being reversed, I really feel those play nicely together in a way, because this is saying you now are at a point where you should be able to let go of any burdens or any baggage that you're carrying from past failed relationships. This is really integral for you as you now move forward towards, I think, love returning in your life, or bringing love back into your life, I should say. So some of this is on you, what's coming towards you. How about, what are you going towards? Because I think that's what I see here, is what are you going towards? You're coming off that tree, you're releasing some of the past baggage, and you are moving towards, a better, higher relationships. Perhaps you're setting better standards for yourself. Whatever the case may be, it does look very, very positive.
All right, so let's see what our Lenormand can add to this mix.
And Swathi, there are a couple mermaid decks out there. I have a mermaid tarot that's different from his. Hopefully I'll be bringing that out maybe in the next week or two.
Okay, so our first card in the Lenormand was the garden. And then we had the dog.
I love it. So you know what? With this, there's oh my gosh, there's several ways to read this one too. So Juliet might be saying, hey, get together with friends and mingle out there. Get yourself out there, looking for love. That's one way. Another way I could say it is maybe you might meet somebody, at a party through a friend who will, be very engaging, and something might develop between the two of you. It does look like something's possibly happening here, but it looks like it's going to happen through socializing, getting out there, possibly with the involvement of a friend.
I see that exactly pretty much too, that really when you feel comfortable again, if there was any discomfort in releasing what you had to release with that Ten of Swords, the idea is really finding the person who you feel you have rapport with, you trust as a friend, and like we said, mingling in the garden, going out into the public sphere. Maybe even it could say that nice things could happen on the internet too, because of course the garden could be talking about all kinds of public spaces. So then I add the 18 of the dog to the 20 of the garden. I get basically 1, 8, and 2. It's a 2 again. It reduces down to 2, and 2 of course is the number of maybe emotional feels, maybe partnerships, harmony, that kind of thing. So I think it's a good sign for you that trust in your instincts to engage again.
Yeah, that's what we have for you. Hey, good luck with that. Just thinking ahead here, we've got Anthony now. Anthony is up. We made it. We're getting towards the bottom 5 in the list now, so this should go a lot smoother. We will get there.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting question.
Ooh. Or should you do it? Boy, this is a rough time for that, isn't it? It really is. Wow. All right. My deck?
Your deck.
It is my deck. You're right.
But I have plenty to choose from.
So think about buying a car. How will the finances look? Okay, let's take a look at that. That's a very good question. I'm rattling a cup here. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, let's see what Maxine has to say about that. I know I hadn't used her all day.
Pains me to say this, but yes.
It pains her to say this, but yes.
That was Maxine. That was not us.
That was Maxine. Yeah, when you hold it up and off the table, I think it sounds louder too, so do one there.
Well, 2 out of 3.
Your answer rhymes with go, as in go away.
Well, you did. You went to California.
I love little fortune-telling toys. If you haven't guessed that already.
Yeah, she's like a patron saint of getting older.
Oh, Maxine, not me.
No, not you.
Shuffle. Maxine's a hoot. Mr. O's mom used to love Maxine. I used to buy her the yearly calendars and stuff like that. Little doodads, Maxine stuff, Maxine-isms.
Yeah, I often wonder if my mom was really like, a ghost writer for Maxine, because they seem so similar.
She could have been.
Being another Scorpio like moi.
Oh, my show is like way behind. Way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll have to refresh it. All right. Uh-oh. Well, you have the Knight of Wands reversed.
This is the Grunge Tarot, by the way.
You also have the Two of Wands reversed. Well, and you have the Seven of Wands upright. So, truth to tell, I think the time will come when things will be better. But I feel like right now might not be the operable time to do it. The Knight of Wands is reversed here, which kind of indicates to me maybe you shouldn't act too aggressively on this. In other words, it's okay to shop around a little bit and check things out. But, you might have to really plan things out better or wait until, the economic conditions change a little bit. The Seven of Wands seems to indicate to me here that there's coming a time where it will be more advantageous for you to do it. I just feel, I know this is a positive card, but I feel with these two here that this is saying, wait, and you will be more, it will be more advantageous to you for you if you wait a little longer.
I get that general feeling as well, mostly. And with the Knight of Wands reversed, I sort of feel like maybe there's, and this would only be maybe one person. It wouldn't be everybody that, every dealership you go to or salesperson you talk to. But like, this person sort of epitomizes the kind of not so trustworthy car dealer.
Oh,
in a way, the Knight of Wands reversed, somebody that just doesn't seem very trustworthy. And so maybe that's just not so much a person you might encounter, but maybe just a feeling you'll have as you start reviewing things, looking at options and things like that. You're just not feeling confident about either the process or everything that's involved with the process, in the sense too that, you did mention, is this the right time materially speaking? And of course that Two of Wands reverse could say that maybe there are some things that are in flux and there are some things that are not totally performing up to par. Now, of course, we know you've just recently moved into a new job situation, but probably you don't want to feel really secure there in terms of these kind of outlays until you pass a certain probation period or a certain period of time. So this is sort of saying that, I think. And then the Seven of Wands, I think, really just says, really, it's in deference to that, you're acknowledging the fact that you're just kind of going to hold steady for a while. Your best bet is to act steady, or to hold steady and just review things and wait a little bit longer, like maybe, like I said, after a probationary period, or after, some commensurate amount of time, a year or so.
Sorry, I'm just getting back my screen up. Let's do that Lenormand. I just don't understand that big time lag I had there. All right, let's see what these have to say. I'll be curious. You have the Anchor.
Anthony and the Anchor. We're going to start a
Oh
band
my
called
gosh.
Anthony and the Anchors.
Are you the one that said you get the Anchor all the time?
I think it was you,
Was
wasn't
it you?
Who do you think it was?
I don't know. But you're right, it could have been. And the flowers. So this is interesting to me because the flowers are really positive, the anchor. So I think right now, maybe, again, I'm almost feel like it's saying that, wait till you have more security, wait till you have more financial, you're more anchored in your job and that your finances are really together. This is very, very positive, though. I believe it's going to happen, but the anchor kind of puts a stop on things, too, It kind of roots you where you are. And so, it's not moving. So I feel here that maybe you should it's just another sign with what I was saying, that you should just wait a little bit longer.
Well, maybe what you'll feel, the flowers is kind of like a gift in a way, right?
Yeah, it can be joy, gift, other things.
Maybe the implication is a gift to yourself is the idea that you're going to kind of hold on the anchor to a commitment to, saving money and or wait before this investment. The only other thing that I find interesting here, and I've been popping on the numerology, Anthony, is that 9 plus 35
for crying.
is 44, so it's 2 4s, which is very Jupiter, but 4 and 4 is 8, which is also really financially
good.
Good.
So in other words, I don't think, necessarily that you're hurting for money. But
or a car.
But these economic times are really wonky right now. So you just might want to wait a little bit longer to see if things are going to bottom out a little bit first. Remember, gas prices are high. Yeah. So are you going to buy a car that's going to need a lot of gas, for example, or is it going to be more economical? Is it going to be an electric car? So think about, think about working with the times we are in. And I'm just saying that maybe you want to wait a little while and see which way the economy is really going. Right now, it looks like it's going down, but, on a lot of levels. But things can happen to change that around.
Good
luck. All right. Good luck with that. Let's move on to
Ramandeep.
Ramandeep, yes. Ramandeep had a unusual question. And we're going to answer this, Ramandeep, but we're only going to do a yes-no on this. And, I know I had this conversation last time we did a question for you, so I'm going to make it kind of clearer this time. I really think you should come up with more positive questions. This idea of, if you look at the kind of questions we answer on this show, it's usually about people's lives and careers. And yeah, it can be about breakups in a relationship and difficult kinds of things, but it's not about punching out spirits. It's not about, what's the other word I want? Compelling somebody with love magic, etc. Hey, that's on you, and I'm not going to judge you because, again, I'm going to let people know I am not a complete white lighter here. I believe sometimes difficult things call for difficult magic, but you know what? I just don't think we should be answering these questions on the show. So you are a good subscriber of ours, so we're going to do this for you today, but it's just not the type of thing I'm going to be answering in the future. All right? So keep that in mind, because there are other ways to word things. Like, for example, will so-and-so achieve justice for what they did wrong? That's a very neutral question, and I am very happy to answer that. So think about the way you word things. Think about the energy that you're sending out there. And sometimes, depending on what you're asking, I may have to say no. And that goes for a couple other questions as well. We had to deal some time in our past with people who literally have asked us, am I dying? I'm not going to tell you that. That is, we will look at your health. We will tell you if there are areas of concern, but that's not someplace that we feel we should go. And so really everybody, this is a call for everybody to keep in mind the type of questions and the energy you're bringing to a situation.
And you are welcome, Anthony. I hope you like it. It is so freaky how you get the anchor so
I don't
often.
know what to say. We're using a different deck today, too. Isn't that wild?
But for Ramandeep's question, I have chosen the Ghost Tarot.
All right, so we're going to find out if there was retribution felt here. I think I'm just going to put it that way. And I'm going to cut the cards. All right. All right.
Calm down.
I'm calm.
We're counting these, right?
Yes, you are.
All right.
I'm letting you do it. It's your deck.
Cool. Thanks for the interest, Anthony. Appreciate that.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Honestly, I am going to get on all of these things. But first, the light seers. I just have a lot I want to say about it. Well, I got to kind of rein myself in. People don't want to read like a 10,000 word essay now. So... I might combine it with a little video because I got a light for my tablet and I can do it, you know, in Photo Booth or some program and then just add it to the blog. So I might do that.
So we only had one ace, so that's
Oh,
telling us
TikTok, no.
that the answer is more likely no. There's one ace, the upright ace of cups.
What else?
Then we had the five of wands upright. And then there was the justice reversed.
So in this case, it seems like justice was not served. For whatever reasons. I feel that with that card reversed there. So it's leaning, but remember, this is leaning towards no. It's not necessarily a definite no. I do feel there's a lot of anger and oppressive feelings here with the Five of Wands. And considering, you know, the way you've worded that question, I think the Five of Wands epitomizes that. You know, that this is a lot of anger or hate or you know, contentious energy here. And that's sort of what I see. What do you want to say about it?
Well, you know, that's why I chose the Ghost Tarot. I thought it would just give us that feel that we're looking for here.
Good call.
Violet is a medium, but we are not, although we have senses or feelings about, you know, spirits. I feel that there was something that just felt disruptive on that end of it, that maybe they felt there was just something that bothered them. Me and her disagree on the placement reversed upright. I sort of feel that in either case it's one of those, it means about the same thing but only by degree. So to me, this feels like disruption happened in their world, or that they weren't happy for some reason. They just felt they had to pick up and engage in some way. And that, of course, the sense of justice not being served, or justice not being able to be seen or felt or indicated, you know, that either side may be trying to indicate what they feel was just, but maybe neither side got there.
I'm going to do the Lenormand because we always do selection. I don't know what it will add. Sometimes the Lenormand with more spiritual oriented questions doesn't always work, but let's see what it says.
Sunny, hello there. Hello. It was time for a Sunny Cam. That's my boy. Oh, he's purring. He's purring. I feel his purr on my hand. Aw.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very positive, that's for sure. Okay, so you have pulled the Tower and the Storks.
Yeah, this is an interesting combination here for this reading. I feel here that it might be saying that the Tower also can be, I want to say, about limitations. And I feel here that you were trying to make something happen, that you were trying to do this. This sometimes means new beginnings, but I'll just say you were trying to initiate something here. And the Tower says there are limitations to what you were able to do here for whatever reasons. And I feel like maybe that's why it wasn't successful. I can't really say why. It might just be because of the energies you're trying to work with here and maybe the karma involved. I'm not going to judge. I'm just throwing that out for you to think about, Ramandeep. But that's kind of what I see here.
These numbers add up to 9. I'm just going to say that. But to me, the Tower, even before I did that, I sort of said, this isn't necessarily a physical tower. Maybe this tower represents sort of a structure or sense of the spirit world, the other world. And so I agree with you then. The idea that maybe it represents its own property, its own sense of what is guarding it or what is limiting, how they set up their own security. It cannot be breached necessarily through just anyone's efforts or abilities trying to, unless maybe they allow that.
Yes. Yeah. I like that too. That's what we have, Ramandeep. But like I said, in the future, I am going to have to be a little bit, and I'm pretty flexible with the kinds of questions we answer here. But I think, these have taken a bit of a turn with you. And so I just want you to consider that. That's all, please. Consider the energies and consider the energies of what we do here, with these types of questions. All right?
Okay, thank you, Ramandeep.
Okay.
So it's Angel Rivera.
Angel Rivera, are you still with us?
Angel is always with us.
I'm looking here, and then it's Mama T and Violet. We're done. Hey, we might not even make it to the hour mark. We've gone an hour overtime before. So actually, we're doing better than I thought. Go ahead, Angel. What can we do for you?
You got it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oracle, well, believe it or not, well, I got 2 of them. I think I'll go ahead with the Wisdom of the Oracle again, since I have it here.
You're welcome.
I'm going to let you shuffle and cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my pen is in the way there. Are you sure you don't want a reading from Maxine?
Maxine's Oracle would be cuter. Thank you. Well, it's been a long day for you, I bet. Thank you, Swathi.
Have a good night, Swathi. We'll see you next time.
Cut.
Yes. Awesome. Sunny hair is flying. Oh my gosh. Those are not orbs if you see any of it. It's sunny hair. Well, Angel Rivera, you have the card of mending. Number 52, which is a 7 card, which is interesting. Let's see what it says. And I did say 52, and then I promptly forgot. What number was that? All right, let's see what we got here.
Thanks for everything, Spotty.
Forgiveness, making amends, healings after an argument. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal. The pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. I know it's interesting in a way because I think it was Buddy in the beginning who was asking about if his forgiveness spell worked, you know. And what I like to say here is just the very act, you know, of letting go and forgiving yourself even for past mistakes that you have made is very, very empowering, you know, whether it works or not. And even if, you know, you and others have parted ways, you know, to feel remorse and you know, seek forgiveness is a good thing. You may not get it, and you may not even approach them directly, but seek forgiveness from the universe for what you did, and it's really a load off of you, you know. So I really feel that about this card here when I pull, you know, when I pull something or when somebody asks a question like that.
Nice.
Have nothing to say?
I like the little angels, and I sort of feel like the sense of it being an angel child sort of magnifies the sense of unconditional forgiving or unconditional forgiveness.
This was upright too. I pulled the bottom card for you, and it is like our live stream today. Tick tock, tick tock.
A bomb?
The time is
Waiting to
going
go
by. No, I'm just kidding. It's time. It's tick tock. So I wonder if, you know, let's look at what it says, because I think this fits kind of nicely with this forgiveness concept.
Mr. O needs a cough drop.
You know what? I could use one of those.
All right.
Little froggy. Thank you, sir. Whoop, almost dropped it. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them, the future is ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order, were happening now, in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. So, you know, this is maybe the idea here. It fits in with that in the sense that, you know, forgive yourself if you feel you were unable to do things by a certain time in your life, or, you know, you've let too much time go by to do something. Forgive yourself for that and use the time now either to maybe try again or to maybe do something else. In other words, take that time to let go of any agendas that you have about what should be, because time is this, it's timeless, really. I do think we fool ourselves sometimes with the delineation of past, present, and future. I'm so into that card.
There's never a wrong time to do the right thing.
Yes, yes, I like it. Let's do the Lenormand. Okay. Well, you're not the only one, Anthony, if you're still there. We have the stars, Angel, which is just simply wonderful.
But the anchor.
Well,
You're anchored to hope.
you're anchored to hope always. And the other thing is that the stars are timeless, are they not? They last forever. So I feel like this is just reinforcing what we just told you. Anchor yourself into the idea that time has no meaning here. You know? So that's my best way of saying it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got on that?
Sure. I was just going to say thanks, Swathi. We'll see again when we do. I thought what I said first, though, the idea of hope is something you just want to keep holding on to. Even when you don't necessarily feel like you need hope. Just be remaining a hopeful person.
Yep, you're not the only one, Anthony.
I'm down for love with the anchor.
Oh, you. All right. That's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck with that. Mama T is up. and
They wanted a general, right?
I think they wanted a general. Do you know that, Violet? I'm pretty sure they did. Mama T did.
Here's your other cards.
If not, we'll just do a general.
You're welcome, Angel.
Hey, you are welcome, Angel.
I think this was the only deck I haven't used yet, the Crow's Magic Tarot.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, general. I think it was general.
Yep.
Thanks, Violet. Let's get this puppy going. And the Crow's Magic Tarot is another deck that I use on my Goth Tarot program, along with the Murder of Crows, which I used earlier. I like crows as the somber messenger of Goth-type feelings or indications.
It's a little too esoteric for me, but...
That deck?
Yeah, the crows, I think. But I didn't resonate with it as well, but we did use it in circle work and stuff in the past,
Right,
too.
this was actually, for the esoteric group we had, it was kind of like our main divination deck. We used other decks, but it was kind of like the one we all had the group feeling for. Back then, long ago.
All right. Let's see what's going on, Mama T.
Okay. And our first card is the reverse Ten of Swords.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, could be better, but it's not bad.
We have another reverse 10, the 10 of coins.
Okay, see, I spoke too soon, Mr. O.
I know. But then we have Temperance.
Ah.
Upright. And of course, to me, Temperance maybe should be in the middle, saying, try to find balance between the things that still are bothering you, the sense of disunity on the material levels for you, or not feeling adequately secure or provided for, financial problems, economic problems. But on the other hand, you are averting, hopefully, problems of various aggressions or strifes or bad luck or things that are bad, that crush you. The Ten of Swords reversed. You're going to find a way to defeat what is oppressing you. You just have to believe that you have to keep working with that. And maybe this is saying really that being balanced and tempered in your attitudes and how you are working your life is the best way to work on either of those.
Well, balance and emotional stability are the best way to tackle the problems that you have here. And I sense here, the Ten of Coins is right in the middle of all of this reversed. And I sense that is the main crux to the matter here, is family money, family security, family resources, just not working out for you right now. And it's often easy to kind of fall into the sense of things are never going to get better. But the Ten of Swords is reversed here on the one side, saying that, this is a time to seek out light. This is time to seek out assistance or seek that path forward. Even if you need outsiders to help you see it, find somebody who can help you seek that path forward. Because I feel now, with the Ten of Swords reversed, that the worst is now behind you. Now is the time that this stuff can be reversed. And you just have to make sure that, you are operating on, an even keel here. That you keep your emotions in check. That you remain balanced and don't let this stress you out. It's almost like we had the Five of Coins today as our card of the day. And in there, I reminded people, don't focus on your fears, the fears of where you're at right now. Focus on what you need in the here and now. Relax yourself, focus on what it is you need and want, and then seek it. Go and seek it.
Okay, so with the Lenormand for Mama Teresa, we have the first card is the dog, and the second card is the rod, which is the whip. So it may be that, somebody comes through for you in the end, maybe swiftly and decisively, somebody that you feel has a loyalty to you or that you will show their loyalty to you. It may be that they will help you in certain ways. I'm not exactly sure what those might be, but maybe helping you understand, that you're not at the end, that you actually are getting beyond the forces that are working against you. Are you going to differ?
No, I feel, maybe a little bit here. I feel here that this is a time maybe to make sure you are, maybe you did say this, I don't know. Make sure you are surrounding yourself with people who are not causing you more problems than they're worth. The rod sometimes indicates that, aggression or things that are not positive towards you, negative energy being sent your way. And I feel here is to make sure you surround yourself with the right people who are there to assist you. This could also mean, too, that be aware when you are seeking help, you're making sure you're going to reputable people who are going to help you, not scammers, not things of that nature.
All right, I like that.
That's what I have for you, Mama T. Good luck with that. And we are giving a sunny cam because we are on our last reading. Violet Lotus, you are up.
What the hell?
Yeah, the Croak Tarot by M.J. Coulinan is a good one. I like it too. This one, like I said, is very magical, esoteric. And I don't know, for readings, it's just a little bit more, difficult for me to work with the imagery there, but it's a nice deck for what it is. I just feel like maybe its intents are more magical purposes. But that's me. And I don't mind when Mr. O brings it out because I don't get to see them too often anymore. We haven't worked with them much on a magical level, All right. Let's clean up here, Mr. O, because Violet is up. And where's my Lenormand? Because I'm going to need him. Thank you. Sedna. For me, I'm seeking my full potential. Okay.
I feel like Mercury's still retrograde.
Oh, well, absolutely. We're still feeling the effects. It's pretty clear.
And I hate it. Uh-oh.
Again?
No, something went wrong.
Oh.
Ay. Are we still connected to everybody? I have a feeling we're not.
Uh-oh.
A big boo-boo happened.
Come on. Sorry about that. They can still see us.
Okay, that's good.
Can you hear us? Are we okay? He thought he disconnected us, so I was trying to get around Sunny to get a message out to you. But okay. I didn't want to jostle him, but I felt it was an emergency. All right.
Okay.
Wow,
I'm not sure what happened. I accidentally destroyed something. Well, keep going then with the last reading.
Yes, I shall. Mr. O, if you'd stay on page, maybe it would help.
I had a real Mercury retrograde. What can I tell you?
Yes.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
No.
You never let me explain things.
No explanation required.
Nobody will ever understand.
That's my line. Oh, wait. No, that's no one will ever believe me. All right, shuffle Mr. O. And cut. So, Sedna. Okay.
And I'm dropping cards still.
Okay. Those cards are very thin. Don't you dare bend them. Watch it. Sorry, Sonny, I had to jostle you. Yeah, you know. You know the drill.
I'm glad you'll let me explain because she won't.
Well, wow, talk about a mixed bag here, Violet. We start off with the Five of Pentacles. Mr. O will grab it from my hand soon so I can get the other cards. I know he will.
I can be as helpful as you can be.
But then we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. But then we have the Fool reversed.
This is an interesting deck.
Yeah.
It's very dark for you.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Well, it's the
changed. You've changed.
It's the times we live in. It was worth bringing them out again. But you know, so it's interesting about achieving your full potential here. You know, I don't know if we just got mixed signals here, but I feel that the Five of Pentacles is saying, you know, Sedna might be saying right now, just don't be too grasping for it or feeling like you are looking from the outside in. It's not really true. You're not as outside as you think. You're closer than you think. You may be feeling needier than you think here. And it might be causing you to maybe either have some false starts or an ability or an inability to trust yourself to take some steps forward or risks that you need to take. Maybe you're holding back because the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in its positive direction right now. And I feel that, you know, Sedna's saying the time is right for you to really feel that power and not be so afraid to wield it. Or, you know what I mean, feel your full potential and not be afraid to express it. Maybe that's a better way to say it.
Well, it could be that Sedna wants you to be cautious to some degree. I might get that a little bit from the Fool reversed. But I also feel that the Five of Pentacles reverse says...
It's upright.
It's upright.
Yeah.
It says that maybe you don't see or understand exactly where they can help you. Maybe there's a relationship between these two in a sense of that dichotomy. Take a chance, trust in luck. That maybe Sedna says some things are going to sort of be more intuitive for you or show up randomly, and that maybe it's a sense of trust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's take a look at the Lenormand in this case.
I like the cards. I'm not sure. I mean, they're really kind of dark in a way. I love those eyes looking through the Wheel of Fortune.
I know. Well, I bring them out. You know, I brought them out just because of all the grim news of late. Brought out some of these more heady decks, but I'm ready to switch up and get into a more lighter mood. I hope. All right, let's see what we've got here. Wow, this has been coming up a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of this one. So let's take a look here. Interesting. There it is. Okay. We have the Whip again. And then we have the House. So this is really an odd one for me to put into context of this reading. Do you have an idea? Because I'm thinking...
Well, this influences that.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps Sedna feels that the swift actions necessary or the abrupt things that happen will probably relate to your sense of home.
I've got it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think what I want to say here, because the home represents a lot of things. It represents comfort. It represents security. And I feel both of these in this instance, Violet. I look at the rods, and I feel like maybe you're feeling here that, you know, you're being held back from taking this risk of expressing your full potential at this time. You know, Sedna might be saying because you fear your own security here. You know, you feel vulnerable maybe in some way to some type of attacks, whether they're psychic attacks or whether they're personal attacks. This is what might be holding you back, and you feel like you're not, you know, that you're worried about being pulled out of your comfort zone too, you know, and your sense of security. And because the rocks can sometimes be that kind of aggressive energy card, the Whip, and that's why I'm saying that.
Well,
it's been coming up a lot today.
To me, then, that house sort of coincides with the 5, the sense of security or not feeling secure.
Exactly.
And what I felt was Sedna wanted you to embrace feeling more secure, embrace the chances involved with doing that. So I sort of feel maybe that's the message here with the Lenormand. The idea that maybe that's where you focus more on what your issues are there, not necessarily about what you're trying to achieve there, but where it could be holding you back, security issues or comfort issues.
That's what we have for you. Interesting reading for sure. Very. All right, good luck with that. And are we done with the show finally, Maxine?
If I say yes, will you leave me alone?
Okay, I have to leave Maxine alone now, she said. But she said yes, so we're done. I want to thank everybody for putting up for us today. I know I let a little bit of my Aries temper out there. My Aries little...
I want to explain briefly what happened with me losing my focus there. Something Mercury retrograde. I have to manipulate between a couple of screens, and so I rely on a cursor that works. And the cursor wouldn't work, and then when it finally worked was when I was turning off the studio portion of the software.
Oh my.
But it didn't seem to totally stick, so I'm grateful.
Well, that's good.
That.
We still remained live. That's a good thing. But anyway, as
You're
I was
welcome,
saying,
Anthony.
I want to thank everybody for putting up with my Aries humor, including my significant other here, my impatience, But we had a big list to go through. You know, we did about 19 readings today, which is pretty darn good for us. Even with the people who either left or did not get a reading.
Or trolled us.
Or trolled us.
Putting up with that.
And again...
And we have to address that, so we really will be...
Hopefully we have a solution. I still don't see exactly what my son wants to do, but once I look at what he sent me, it might make sense. And I really feel it may hold a better key than what we're doing now. But what we're doing now is definitely good stopgap measures, but obviously clever trolls can get around it. So we're going to keep working at it, and we appreciate you, all the good people that come and, you know, share their energy with us and allow us to read for them. We thank you, and we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
But shot from Sunny.